is I'm a very creative thinker and I think of too many things. And I need to filter those then down into ideas that can probably gel together in certain groups, because you certainly see sort of commonalities in ideas that might fit together. And then we filter the ideas down. And that's the magic of finding where they filter down to. You could have one brilliant idea, you can have 3 or 4 subsets of ideas. It all depends on your business and the ideas you come up with. On the course, we pick one, because it's a day course and we're going to spend all day going over every idea. We pick one stream and just filter that down to one concept that we will put together into the next stage. From that is the create stage. And we've got that idea, and we need to take that idea into something that Howard's going to explain, which gives you your wow. Is that right, Howard?
That's absolutely it, yeah. To go back to my friend, he says, if you are in the same industry as all these people, what is your X factor? What makes you stand out? And I said, I don't know, is the answer. But having gone through this design thinking process, what happened was, as I empathized with my customer and I built a clearer understanding, I understand what this particular customer, now we're only dealing with one particular customer, but you would have many ideal customers, but in this case, we're just dealing with one. And I saw a thread start to develop, that this person was cash rich, but time poor. So he said, what you need to do is create a who, a what, and a wow. And I went, okay. So the who is the persona you've created. Let's call her Jane. The what is that she can get the business mindset. And the wow is that she can do it 24/7 as long as she has a mobile or a laptop. And I was like, okay, okay, this is brilliant. I now have something in my business that I'm really, really invigorated, that I genuinely, because I have the empathy, because I want to get this in front of this person. Not only do I know what to get in front of this person, but I know the routes, the channels to get to this person, the product to get to this person, and the way that that makes me stand out, that I am able to speak, have a conversation, one-on-one, with this particular person who I have empathized with. And that is the revolution of your business. It's the who, the what, and then there's the wow. And these things come up as you explore, as you do the brainstorming, as you're flipping ideas up there. And as we say, any longer than 10 seconds, you're thinking too much. This is a real fast, furious, bam, 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 put it up there, put it up there, put it up there, put it up there. And then, as Trevor says, we refine it down, because some ideas are, I don't know, floating a blimp over Galway Bay with, I don't know, 3 people cycling bikes off the edge of it. And there's somebody, you might go, that is absolutely insane. But then suddenly it's like, well, I like the 3 people on bikes suspended in the air. Maybe we could find another way to do that to attract attention.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe it's not that crazy. So that was the beauty about that. So again, the process is in an infinity loop. It's a complex problem solving tool, but it's infinity loop, and you keep on coming back to it. The other thing that got out of it for me was that I was just, the next day, my feet were planted on the ground. I'm reinvigorated about my business. I can't wait to talk to my customer. I can't wait to create a new product. I can't wait to test out my marketing. Because what happens is focus groups won't always do that for you. What's that, Trevor?
You weren't the only one.
No, I wasn't the only one.
And my wife was buzzing all the way back on the flight. And within the few days of getting back to Rutland, she was already implementing new ideas in her business that she'd never thought of the week before. That's how quick the results were coming through. You know, she's given me a load of work to do based on those ideas. But we feel, within a week we were seeing people getting results, which I thought was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and it does work. It does work, ladies. And I tell you why it works. It's because the beauty of the process, it's a 5-stage process. It's a circle. And the beauty of it is it's not just for one piece of your business. It's for all aspects of your business. So you can take this from your marketing to your product placement, you know, all, you can use it for every different angle, because it's the process is what is the key here. And it's how you use it, because it's the same scenario all the way through. You keep going back through the stages. The beauty of it is, on the day, what we do is you're constantly talking about the empathy. We're constantly working back to the empathy, because that's where the key to all of the success is. It's when you get to the create stage, that's when you start to say to yourself, okay, great, I now know what it is that the customers are looking for. Now I can work to a scenario where I can say, okay, what am I going to do? How can I reach this person? And we start brainstorming, we start thinking, we say, right, okay, well, do they do Facebook? Are they on Facebook? Or are they in the remote area where the internet may not be the best? So maybe could we get something on the back of, or in a taxi? Or could we put it in the local shops? We start to brainstorm, but what we do is we talk about the right message. Because the whole idea of this is to get the right message to that person and talk to them in their language. And by understanding all about the empathy end of it, you then are able to speak to that person in the language that they know and they understand. The course is great because at the end of the day, what you do is you actually walk away with something that you can put under your arm as you walk out the door and say, in the morning when you go into the office, you can say, right, or wherever you may work, you can say, right, okay, here's the plan, here is what I do. I go to a lot of courses, and the guys will probably agree with me. I've gone to a lot of courses where I've taken notes, and I've sat there, and it's been the PowerPoints and people talking, and they're giving these great advice, and that's great. And you go home and you say, you write your notes all through the day, and then you go home, and then the next day you say, right, I've loads of work to do, have to get back up because I took a day out. And you close the book, and a week later you come back to that, and you say, okay, you write these notes, and if you're like me, you'll write just, there's 3 words there, and I'm going, no, I don't remember what that was even about. Yeah. So ideally, what it is with the effectifying process, you actually can turn around and pick it up and say, right, oh, I know exactly where I'm talking about here. And that's the beauty of the effectifying business, the boot camps. This process has been used by the types of IBM. It's a corporate training program. It's from design thinking. And what we've done is we've redefined it and adapted it for small to medium-sized businesses. Because you know what? The way I look at this, and I know the way the other 2 guys look at it is, you know, why can't we have a slice of that cherry as well? You know what I mean? So think about it that way. So the whole idea is it's used by the types of IBM, Google, Accenture, Microsoft. They use this to win tenders. And the tenders that they're winning are 10 million and 15 million. They're not like Mickey Mouse money here. These are big tenders. So why can't the small and medium-sized enterprises use this process and build their business and take it to the next level? Because there's no reason why we can't. And that's where we have redefined it and we've looked at it. And it works. We've had people on the course, like we had Danielle Serpico on the course. You probably may know Danielle, Helena Gilhooly as well from Busy Beaters. These ladies were on the course and they got so much out of it. And we've seen so many light bulb moments with them. And they've gone on and they've used them and they actually have come back and says, this process is actually working for me. And I'm saying, well, we know it's working because it's worked for us. How do you think we got Effectifying Social to where we are today? We went through this process. And I'm hogging the microphone here, ladies. So I'm going to hand over to the 2 lads. Sorry.
What he said.
Sorry, that's wonderful. And thanks so much for describing it in such a wonderful way. I love the accent. Don't we all love the Dublin accent there?
Ardo, yeah, what's starting, lads? Ardo, yeah.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, any questions? Just actually before you go on to questions, will you give a shout out about your 2 dates that you're, you've one in Galway or Dublin first and then Galway. Will you just let us know how we can go about, if anyone, I know I'll be there. Yeah, Trevor is going to talk about the upcoming workshops.
They were there for me.
Yeah,
me.
Just talk.
I'm I'm actually getting my Euros today. I'm flying over to Dublin next week. We've got a boot camp in the Central Hotel, which I believe is in the centre of Dublin, on Wednesday, 10th of May. Spaces on that one still available. I think we can still get them at an early bird price of €149. 3 guys, 1 day, €149. So bargain. So that's next week. Really looking forward to that. I really love Dublin, but what I'm really, 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 really looking forward to is Galway, because I like Galway better.
Yay!
Politically correct.
Right thing.
So we're coming over to Galway on May the 25th. Whole day boot camp there. Again, early bird ticket. That's still €149. 3 guys 1 day in the Connaught Hotel, I believe. If my
Connaught Hotel, yeah.
If my accent's correct. And then the even better bit, which forget all this boring training stuff. In the evening, we're at Skeff's Bar. We have an Effectifying Social. Just some light-hearted networking in the evening, and that's just a bit of fun in the evening, just to sort of meet people and greet people. And I might have a pint of Guinness, I think, maybe. Anyway, that's an evening event, just to be social about it, because we're coming all the way over, and I just love Galway.
Great, Trevor. And you have a Facebook event about that. Both of them I know, but like we must share actually, because people can just, if they can't make it during the day, say no, the workshop will be wonderful as well. But like just to let people know that that event is free as well, as far as I know, the Skeff, isn't it?
At the moment, it's €10.
Oh, 10 euros, sorry, no, you're right. Sorry, yeah, it's because it's good for that. Yeah, sorry.
There's some nibbles and some food, and we're working on the theory. If we have some money left over, we'll donate it to a local charity. Although we haven't decided which local charity that was, so we're not trying to make money of it. It's just we are
sure,
some food and stuff. So, but then we'll try and do a charity donation with the leftovers. So that works there. And really, basically, if you go on the website effectifying.social, all the links there, the information there, and all our social media links are there as well. So that's probably the best.
Tweet them out as well today using the hashtag Women's Inspire Galway. It'll be picked up by people that are following the thread as well, which would be great. The Skeff in Galway and the Connaught Hotel in Galway on the 25th, and the Central Hotel in Dublin on the 10th, which is next Wednesday. And also, you're going to be guests on Irish Health Hour this Sunday evening.
Yay!
Yeah. The only place to be.
Yeah, can I just say something? Because I was a bit.
Go on.
I was just having. I just done a little sneaky thing here this morning, so I don't. I have access to Howard's Eventbrite page. They don't know this, ladies. They don't know this. But what I done today, I went in and I went, surprise me! Surprise me! See, they do them, they don't like it, because what I do is I believe in sharing it. So what I done is I'm after putting in a little code, which is for 20% off. So it's an extra little 20%. So instead of 149, it's whatever it is. What's that? 120. So, but I know the boys won't be the guys, as we like to call it.
Alan, stop it. How much should it be? How much should it be for the 3 of us for the full day? How much should it be?
€300.
Yeah. And what have you done? What have you done?
I've done it for 120.
Yeah.
You owe me a Guinness, Alan.
I know. It looks like I'm paying for the hotel and for the Guinness that night and everything else. But no, we want you. Well, it is on a serious note, guys. We want you to get the benefit out, and we would love to see you at it. And that's why we want to try and make it as reasonable as well, because we all know that running a business is a hard thing, and trying to manage things and whatever and schedule days around it and all. So, it's just a little added incentive, but it's only for you. So don't be telling everyone, okay? It's only for you in the room.
You're so good. So we have a question here, guys. We'll open the floor to questions. And the first question is, what's the code? We won't tell anyone.
Surprise me.
What time does it start? What time does it start at? Did you hear that? Sorry, I don't have to repeat it.
Yeah, it's going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning and go through till about 5:30 in the evening. Now, each step is punctuated by about a 10-minute break, because I tell you, it is very intensive. It's very energy driven, a lot of fun. but you need to take a break. You need to give your brain a break between every step of the process. So it's going to be a full day from 9 o'clock in the morning to about 5:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
Wonderful. There's a lot of nodding heads here. You can see that.
Have we any more questions? Come on, come on. You're all very quiet there. I've never seen a place where so many lovely women in the room and they're all very quiet. That worries me. That worries me.
The power of 3 is intimidating. That's the problem.
Well, no, I mean, it's great. It's great to get it out, to let us know about it, really. And, it sounds like wonderful. There's plenty of us nodding anyway, that's for sure. And we're all delighted about that little surprise, me, definitely. And I'm certainly looking forward to it. So, anything else you'd like to add, guys, before you leave us in Galway?
Thanks very much for inviting us in, let us into your group today. It's thank you very much for that.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic, and it's great to be able to do it and do it remotely and be able to come in. And Dolores, thank you so much for organising it, because I know there was a lot of hard work. And there's my phone ringing on, so I just going to do it. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work to do and trying to get all the technical end of it and all that, and it's really great, and it's lovely to see so many entrepreneurs in one room.
Woohoo!
Girl power!
Up Galway!
Up Galway! Up the west!
We love Galway. We love Galway.
Dublin accent. Howard, where are you from?
My parents are actually from Mayo, from Hollymount.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
That was good.
Don't forget to bring your passport for the 25th.
Oh, I won't. No.
I'm joking.
I live in Wicklow.
Wicklow. Oh, I used to work in Wicklow. Yeah, good county.
Well,
anyway, guys, thanks a million. I'm delighted to have you as well as guests on Irish Health Hour on Sunday evening between 8 and 9. If anyone wants to join there again, it's and actually, if you have a hashtag, let me know what it is for the night, and let's get you trending. Let's get the conversation started. We've trended before in Irish Health Hour, so we can do it again. Yeah.
Well, look, and if anyone has any questions or anything, you can get in contact with us. You can follow us on Twitter and DM us, and we're saying we're on Facebook. Or if you want, you can email us, Alan at effectifying.social, Howard at effectifying.social, Trevor at effect. As much as we're doing the Effectifying Social, girls, ladies, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. We're more than happy.
Sir, sorry. Question, sir, I got a question.
Good question, Howard.
You see your business card there. Do you have any swanky business cards?
Oh, do we have the swanky business cards or what? I have them all.
We're not the thunder from down under, okay, ladies? Just to let you know, that doesn't happen at the end.
Oh, you're great, and thanks for coming on. You're a breath of fresh air. Isn't it lovely to be seeing business being done in an effective way, but also adding fun and the empathy, because I was speaking about empathy, and there was a lot of talk about empathy here earlier. I love that word, guys. So fair play to you, and it's great. And best of luck with the Dublin one, and see you in Galway.
See you in Galway.
Thank you.
Exactly. Big bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
See you guys. Thanks a million.
Bye.